when you guys are training and you guys are going through your jiu-jitsu journey, you'll have many instructors, your own coach, you'll go to seminars, you'll talk to your friends, and people will show you stuff, like what I showed you today, like these are whatever techniques. I always highly recommend, like even if someone's showing you a technique, to understand like what is the problem that this body configuration is solving for. Like what is the problem you're solving for, and then like what is actually happening that makes it work, like mechanically. So like I showed you whatever, you can call it knee cut, cut through, split squat passing. It's like, what is the actual problem that I'm solving? It's how do I get past this knee, and how do I put pressure into my partner so that he's really, really uncomfortable. And then like, there are going to be various ways that people do this, but like it's working right now because I'm riding on the outside of his leg, and I'm not allowing him to use his legs. I'm nullifying his lower body, and I'm using my weight to do so. And so it's like, it works because I'm doing that. So it's just like, what problem are you solving for? And then like, do you understand what the instructor or whoever's showing you the technique, do you understand like what's actually happening mechanically that makes it work? And I think like, it makes like more active students out of everyone. Like, we don't want white belts to just come in and be like, tell me what to do. Because everyone I think is independent. You guys are all independent thinkers, and I think like setting you up right where it's not like, hey, I have seniority over you, so you should just do what I tell you. To some degree, it's like I can help cut out a lot of mistakes and cut out a lot of steps, like trouble that you might run into by just telling you what to do. But I think it's also very important for you to learn, like, he told me this, and I'm going to try it, but I also need to understand why that's happening. And so like, just like making better sort of like thinkers in jiu-jitsu is all about just like trying to understand what it is that you're actually doing. And then when you start like explaining, when you start like being able to understand like what you're actually doing in terms of like body mechanics, you'll see a lot of similarities. Like when today I was talking about like hip penetration. Like that's like a really prominent theme that shows up in guard passing, because like, let's say I'm doing camp passing, where like I've taken a flank, basically like looking to penetrate the hip here. And like, this is one way to do it. Maybe if I penetrate with my knee, now I'm on the belly. If I go to north-south, same thing. I'm like looking to penetrate that hip. And so you'll see these like patterns come up. And the reason for hip penetration is like, I'm keeping his hips flat to the mat. And when they're flat to the mat, they don't really have a good base to generate force on me. Whereas if he was on his side, like, I kind of think of it like as a knife. It's like much easier to generate force, get his knees back in front of me, and all that. So maybe that's like a little bit too much information, but yeah, figure out the problem you're solving for, understand like what it is you're doing, and then you'll build systems for yourself, learning all this. But I think the stuff that we went over today is going to show up again and again in your jiu-jitsu journey. How do I keep guard? Because if you ever compete, most competitions end when you get your guard passed, because then you're in a bad position. You're a mount, you're a back, you're a side, and they have all the offensive options. And then passing is going to be very important as well. So passing with guard. I think for any first timers here, you guys did good. Nice movement, yeah. And then now it's open mat until 7:30ish, so I'll be around for questions. Last few questions, good. All right, train hard, stay consistent. Last